Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to try not to break my neck with whatever this was. That was a great presentation, though, wasn't it? I'll tell you why I like that presentation a lot is because I've got my own team here, the Fine Estates team. Give them a round of applause. They had to put down the red wine to drive up here to Mississauga. All right. So, no, I just wanted to acknowledge all the speakers so far today. We've had a lot of, support from our brokerage here. We got 5 or 6 tables. I think 50 Rebel Realtors here today. That's great. But also, Justin, where did Justin go? He's probably on a phone call. I know he's got 100 deals going on. I just want to give a shout out to him as well. We tried to set up a phone call, and he never called me back. So I don't know what that whole presentation about accessibility was. I'm just joking. He's a good guy. Ravi, love you, buddy. Where are you? Where'd you go? Thank you very much for opening up. That was great. It was pretty emotional over there on that table for me. So thank you very much. All right. So if you think that I'm up here to talk about social media again, you're wrong. And kind of right. But media in regards to PR. And I think you're really going to enjoy this presentation. What I want to do is that I know, some of the, presentations have been pushed back. Somebody went over, I'm not going to say any names. I'm just joking. So I'm going to make this all fired up, short, sweet, to the point, I hope. I'm not really good at presentations. So I know Justin said that, you stole my line, but I really mean it. He was amazing at it. Even when his didn't work, he was able to, come back and end it really, really well. So let's get into it. All right, so one of the biggest themes here on every person's presentation, it was the word, what, anybody? Collaboration. So PR, media, podcasting, networking, it's all about collaboration. I wish Matt Campoli is here. Is he here? I'm surprised he's not. He's always here, but he coined the phrase co-opetition. Has anybody been on his podcast, right? He says that word a lot, and I truly believe it. So, media is the collaboration between two brands to establish authority in your field. Let me just do a double check. I don't know if you guys were at the Buzz conference in January, but I did a whole presentation with my fly down. So I was just double checking. All right. So anybody who does not know me, so why didn't anybody look at the screen over here? Why does everybody turn around? I was wondering if that was going to be here, and it's here, and it works. So my name is Andrew Perry. I am the owner and founder of the Fine Estates team. We are a team based out of Niagara-on-the-Lake that has recently expanded out to cottage country. I'm the creator, we are the creator of That Fine Life method. It started with an idea a few years ago that once broken down, the Fine Life method is simple. We all work hard, our clients work hard to achieve that state of equity in their home. Because my clientele, guys, if you guys have any referrals from 18 to 59, I still work with them, okay? But my clientele is around 60 plus. So the Fine Life method is taking care of them in their final years so they can have fun, enjoy Niagara-on-the-Lake, enjoy the lifestyles of Muskoka, and there you have it. So I actually operate with my partners, were Zevin and Jesse. So we run and operate as head coaches for Revel Realty in Niagara-on-the-Lake, as well as Muskoka with Mandy Charlton, and Nikki and Ryan Saravelli, of course. Also the director of recruitment of one of the fastest growing brokerages, but you all know that, I think, right? Independent brokerages in Ontario. I also have a referral basis of around 85% agent-to-agent referrals. So anyways, let's break down the top myths of PR. Number one, you need to hire a PR manager or person. Is that true? No, it's not true. It is not true. And sorry if there's any PR people in the room. We love you and we appreciate you. However, you do not need a professional PR person. You can leverage that yourself. You need to have a ton of money. That's also not true. There's ways to get involved in the media, in publications for free, or you need to have deep connections. So on the flip side, though, some people think that you shouldn't pay for media. I had one person, and I don't see them in this room, so this is great. I had one person say, hey, I don't pay to boost my stuff on Instagram. All right. No offense, that's how you want to run your business, that's fine, but that's why we'll do 100 deals and you'll be happy doing whatever you're doing. We believe in scaling. Somebody else said that. Kenneth, my man. Scale, right? Scale. And it's all about how to maximize on opportunities. All my presentations are all on maximizing. Whatever you guys want to do in your business, that's fine, but I'm going to show you how to maximize. Another myth is that brands are always approached. Unless you're Nazma Ali, that is just not true. You have to go fishing. You have to, what's the number one job of any realtor? Prospecting. Boom. There we go. It's the same when you're trying to get yourself established in the media. The benefits of PR: brand awareness, networking, brand alignment, and building massive authority. What counts as media? Well, I'm sure there's this paradigm, and I just learned that word at our team meeting the other day. So there's this paradigm that media, and I'm not stupid, I just didn't know what it meant. So there's this paradigm that media is any type of news outlet like the Toronto Star, et cetera, et cetera. But what did I say at the beginning? Okay, I'm glad you guys were all paying attention. I said it's the collaboration of two brands to build authority. So those two brands can be anything. YouTube collaborations, podcasts, let's get into it. So, I love this. We talked about this last night, Sam, right at the dinner table. You have to pay to play until you're paid to play. Okay. Where's Justin? He's going to kill me. I'm not for sale. I don't pay to get into the media, et cetera, et cetera. If that's your shtick, that's fine. We have been approached a lot. And is that because we leveraged the pay side? I would say that's probably true. All right, so here's some brands that we worked with: HGTV, Chorus, the New York Times, Market Watch, Cogeco, Predators, which is a junior A hockey team in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And Cogeco is really cool too, because I'm going to talk about volunteering a little bit as well. And that's how, you get your foot in the door with these networks to build those types of relationships. National Post in Mercedes. So here's a really good a really good presentation here on this slide where we've paid to play, but we've also been paid to play. How do we use media? Well, we can use it in our listing presentations. We can use it to get our foot in the door. As I mentioned, there's me in Cogeco with my eyes closed for some reason. So one reason why I do this, guys, as well, is to not only get my foot in the door, but also to break my comfortable feelings of myself. Because once I post something on social media, we might get likes and comments, but I can't see your reaction real time. I can't see you through the screen. So when I'm doing these live in person, I get to see the camera guy, the director, and I get to see people in the audience or whoever I'm interviewing where I say something stupid like I'm probably done a few times today. And then we could use it to help build authority. So here's a good example here. Now, we had somebody reach out to us because of our how much we were involved with the media. They know that we like to do articles. And this company actually approached me directly because they found out that we were opening another office. How can we use the media? Well, we can use it to pull quotes, we can use it as podcast clips, or we can use it to build some clout. Oh, here we go. You might know a few people. Actually, by the time this presentation, I was supposed to be on the Highest and Best with Ryan Carr, but we had to reschedule. So if he or his team are here, looking forward to seeing you in October. Now, podcast circuit is huge. I see a few people in this room right now who have been on that circuit. And Tom, I can see it right there. Has it helped you? Has it benefited you?
Agent referrals, it's been massive.
Massive, right? So media, PR, you got to think as Tom, and sorry, you might get a lot of DMs now. You might think of Tom as the Toronto Star, as the Sun, as the National Post, because these are the media outlets that you can leverage different audiences. That makes sense, right? I mean, when I hopped up here, did you guys all think that I was just going to talk about newspapers? I don't know, maybe that's just my paradigm, but anyways. Types of podcasts: don't turn down podcasts just because they're on Zoom. Try to maximize on everything you can. How to repurpose podcasts. I always do a lot of behind the scenes stuff we promote the audio, which is heavy. Everybody listens to podcasts before they fall asleep. Actually, Paige from our team was surprised that I fall asleep with my AirPods in, because it hurts. I wake up in pain, but I need to go to bed listening to something that, calms me down. And usually that's not the sound of my own voice, because that just gives me too many ideas. So audio repurposed, behind the scenes, there is so many repurposed content ideas that you can pull from all media outlets. All right, now sponsorships. Now I'm going to go over some of the paid to play and some of the pay to plays. So this here, this is the Niagara Predators. We decided to hop on as corporate sponsors. Now, why did we do that? If anybody caught my podcast with Renee from Burlington, we talked about sponsorships, charity, doing these types of collaborations that you love, that makes your passion kind of ignite, purpose. If you're not doing things with purpose, I find that it's really hard to follow through. So we like to do things like I love hockey. I'm a big hockey guy. This particular league, hey, guess what it is? It's a pay-to-play league. So if there's anybody out here that's not interested in paying to play, I'm sorry. As Nazma said, I'm going to be willing to take that opportunity and grow my brand however I need to, because eventually people will pay you to play. So actually, what was this? Diesel House, we were paid to collab. Status Ring, we were paid to collab. Benjamin Dean, which is a watch company, which you can see right here. Now you'd be like, Andrew, you're not a model. I beg to differ. There's my wrist. All right. It's a good looking wrist. But anyways, and I'm wearing a Benjamin Dean right now. Look at that. I'm not paid by them for this particular presentation. But so anyways, it's not about being a model or selling Sunset. It's about establishing a brand and how that brand relates to your brand message. So you guys can, or the haters can all get caught up on how realtors want to run their business. But at the end of the day, we're Walter and Mason. I was going to point to them right. At the end of the day, my brand led me to a $50 million referral. So whatever anybody wants to say that pay to play is the wrong move, I'm sorry, but you're in the wrong business. What do we have? Aria. I teamed up with Aria, as probably many people in this room have, for their reality conference. Do a couple of videos, get involved. And this is great because you actually get to pinpoint your own network of realtors. Because I've grown my business, as I said, to roughly 85% agent-to-agent referrals. Now, charity. This is a really, really, really big one, because not only does it fulfill the purpose inside your heart, and especially when you choose a charity that is really, really close to you, but, and again, you don't go into these things expecting, right? I didn't choose to help donate and team up with these charities because I wanted somebody to call me and think I was such a nice, super happy and helpful guy, right? That's not why we originally do these types of things. Is that an added advantage at the end of the day that could come from it? Yes. Actually, can I just talk about that for just 2 seconds? Does anybody follow me on social media? See what we're up to right now? So we were approached to help out, actually our broker Ryan was at first. Schedules didn't line, unfortunately, but so Ryan was like, oh man, okay, what can I do here? Who can I get to embarrass themselves in front of their friends and family for a really good cause? Andrew Perry, let's get him up there. He likes to embarrass himself. So at the end of the day, I'm learning how to dance. I cannot fucking dance. I can't. And my wife, she's Italian. I think, Robbie, you talked about the Italians. They're like, don't embarrass me. They're like, if you go up here, I don't know you. Just do your thing. Don't mention my name and whatever. So, but at the end of the day, this is something that we got to have a lot of fun with, and it's actually October 14th, and it's also a charity that gives back to children with disabilities. So again, we don't accept these types of invitations or go seeking them out just for the PR or media coverage, but it is an opportunity for you as well. Radio, let's not forget about radio. We've teamed up with Chorus, HGTV, Fresh, Cogeco, Giant, which is a local one, and then Rogers. Rogers, maybe I should save that. But we have Rebel London back there too. So Stacy, one of the head coaches there, she was the person that gave me this idea. Stacy had a show on Rogers Television. Who here knew that you could just reach out to your local network, Cogeco, Rogers? I don't think Bell has anything, do they? I don't know. We live in Niagara. We have Cogeco and ExploreNet, so I don't know. Anyways, did you know that you can apply to have a show for free? She doesn't pay anything for that show. And she's on TV once a week. It's called Agent on Duty, by the way. Magazines and newspapers, self-explanatory. All right, now let's talk a little bit about the process. Finding the coverage, leveraging the coverage, and you repeat those two steps with fresh and new ideas. So how can we get free media coverage? Stand out, obviously. Develop your story. For example, we started this campaign because, again, 85% agent-to-agent referrals. Where were all my referrals coming from? Toronto, Oakville, Burlington. Actually, we had some from Australia as well. But meet the real estate team moving Torontonians to wine country. Now, has anybody realized in the last 2 years, what is BlogTO posting about? What is Nar City posting about? Oh, buy this cottage for the same price as a Toronto condo. Okay? Buy this vineyard with 5 houses and horses and llamas and chickens for the same price as a Toronto downtown penthouse. Right? Leverage those opportunities. Who on the panel? I apologize. Justin on the panel? Turning everything into a positive? I'm not like Nazma. I'm not necessarily I'm not a numbers person, so I don't there you are. I don't trust myself to go on Twitter and, just spit out decimals and percentages. That's not my style. However, what Justin said, Justin, right? So what Justin said, it was take those headlines of the Times and spin that into something either positive or utilize it to get more media coverage. Use digital means. We always, as team leaders or team members, we're always told to call our clients, right? That's what we want to do. We're salespeople. So we always try to call people because we want to get them on the phone. I swear to God, these people are so busy. If you call them, they're going to be so annoyed. And they're going to scrub you and put you on the blacklist. So what I always suggest is send your emails, catchy title, something like, you don't want to miss this. You can be direct because every single morning they're waking up going through their emails and they're going to have 1,000, right? I know. We're realtors. We're smart. We see those headlines and we're like, I'm not clicking that. That's spam. Journalists are under a lot of pressure to find new ideas and new stories. Make it easy for them, right? Choose topics that are trending, top of mind, things that are getting a lot of exposure right now. I said that. So volunteer. That's what I was talking about with Cogeco. Here, look at that. I just created this yesterday. Look at this smart little line here. Your foot goes through the door, not your ego. Yeah. Write that down. I love that. That was great. Volunteer. Okay, all right. I can't even remember who it was. An affluent person in the community. Yes, I remember who it was. I'm not going to say it out loud. So this person, they were doing this really fancy event in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And as I was coming up, I introduced myself and I said, hey, you're that realtor guy, aren't you? This guy's a developer. He owns tons of homes. He just bought a brand new to him. This home was actually built in 1815. But he just bought this beautiful home in Old Town, which is almost an acre. And he said to me, he's like, you're the realtor guy, right? I'm like, yeah, that's me. But I'm also doing this. And he's like, so why are you doing this? I said, because it makes me feel uncomfortable. And you could tell he didn't get it at first. And he was almost looking down on me. So, do I necessarily want to be going out of my way, not getting paid, just to interview people locally? Actually, yes, because I love talking to people. However, is that necessarily the best use of my time? Maybe not, but I'm playing the long game here. When they need an expert, they're going to call me. When they have an opening on their broadcast panel, they're going to call me, I hope. When they're expanding their network and looking for a real estate show, wow, I'm actually working on one of those right now. So what an opportunity that would be. Reach out to as many journalists as possible and publications. Somebody else said that in the presentation. You got to make 100, was it you, Kenneth? Like you got to reach out to 100 people or 1,000 doors, something like that. It's the same in journalism and publications. Reach out to the media and reach out to as many different people as possible, because chances are you're going to find, even those entry-level media news sources, that's going to help steamroll it. Media has changed. There are less journalists than ever. That is so true. And that's why journalists are so busy these days. It's just because the pay sucks. And now, like, everybody's on social media creating their own media outlets. So it's really tough and competitive. Oh, all right. I think I'm gonna end with this. I think I might have one more, but this is what I'm gonna say. This is never more true than today. And this is why I think personal brands, team brands are exploding more than ever, because the traditional system is broken. The more broken a system tells you you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing forward. I'm not going to say who that's from, because I'll probably lose half my followers. However, this is a very, very true statement. That's it. I knew it. Thank you.